Welcome to Flotilla Day. It's pretty cool. They're about to raise the bridge. And you can see one of the sailboats coming across. And then this is the DeSable Bridge, which is where Michigan Avenue passes. And we just had a boat go by called the Port Dearborn. And there's another one coming this way called Bright Star. That's actually a shoreline water taxi. Or at least it's part of the shoreline system. I'm not sure that that's a water taxi. That may actually be a tour boat. In any event, coming back here to the DeSable Bridge, as you can see, there's nobody up on it. I'm not sure when they're going to start. You can kind of see people gathering over on the other side when the boat goes by. That looks so much fun. And I'll go this way. I suspect they'll raise it in just a moment. This is one of the control towers here. And that's the one on the other side. All of the bridges in the city of Chicago are drawbridges. And it's part of the civil defense of Chicago there we go, to test the bridges on a regular basis. And as you can hear from the sound of the machinery, it sounds like it's really struggling, but then the bridge is going to start moving just very smoothly in a moment here. It's kind of surprising given how rough it sounds. So let's raise up. It's pretty cool. There's a museum over on the other side, and you can actually watch the inner workings of the bridge as it goes up. Boy, talk about a tease. Back over here, you can't actually see any control people, but over underneath the bridge you can see a couple people waiting, and then right behind them the mast of a boat, and there's our first sailboat, and then I suspect a number of boats will come around the corner. Oh, and here we have two. I know they're kind of suburban pigeons, but I actually kind of think they're cute as much as they're very destructive. But he's sort of swimming along in the lake here. Pretty tough. And we've got what looks like a storm's coming, actually. It's supposed to rain by tonight during rush hour. So the sky looks a lot worse over this way. I'm pointing west right now. This is the Wrigley Building. It's a very famous clock tower. This side of the tower was built in, I believe, 1913, and the North Tower was built in 1917. I may have the exact years wrong, but they were about 4 years apart, and this is the south end of the North Michigan Avenue section, and back when it was built, all of that was marshland, and people thought that the first Mr. Wrigley was crazy for building his building there, and he felt that it would be the cornerstone of a new Chicago, and it turned out that he was a visionary. The colors of the terracotta get progressively more white when you reach the top of the building because he wanted it to be a beacon when the sun shined at it. So it gets brighter when you get up to the top. This building to the right is the Tribune Tower built by McCormick Tribune. James McCormick, I think. I'd have to look it up online, actually. I can't remember. But what it's famous for is down at street level there are rocks and stones from buildings all over the world, including a piece of moon rock and a stone from the Berlin Wall. And at the top you can see it's the very Gothic towers and battlements up there, which I've actually always really liked. Oh, I hear something. It may be starting to move. It's interesting how fast it happens because you hear the machinery and then the boat or the bridge starts moving. And the bridge moving doesn't really have all that much noise associated with it. But this is again the South Tower coming along northward to the North Control Tower, and then there's going in the center section the museum shows the housings underneath this part, and you can actually go in there and watch it when it's coming up and down. And there's one of the Wendella boats. That's actually a Wendella boat dock. And they've changed the docks around. It used to be that they were in different spots. This is a boat that I would like to take. It's called the Innisfree. I have to find out where it's berthed, but it's just gorgeous. And it reminds me of something you'd see in New England, actually. And when you're up above it, if you're looking down at it through a bridge, it's got a gorgeous wood deck. Here we go. You can hear something in the machinery. Over on the side, and it stopped. Isn't that funny? Someday the boat will, or the bridge will rise. And that's the Innisfree, and it's, as you can hear, a boat tour going on. There are a number of tour boats along the city. There we go, there we go. Ta-da! See, it's almost silent. That's just so strange. And it looks like they're only opening one half of it. I'm not sure why that is, but it's a massive structure. You really get a look at how big it is. And it's not opening up that much. I wonder why. Interesting. I've never seen it stop like that. I can imagine a movie and some car just kind of zooming off the end. Up there it goes. A little bit more. Amazing how silent it is. Because you would think something that big would make noise. Oh, there goes the other one. Yeah, that's much more noise. And here goes the shoreline right underneath it while it's opening. Woo! Okay, here we go. Here comes the Flotilla. This is Flotilla Day. There are 3 a year in the spring and 3 in the fall. On your allotted day, you have to go through the channel when you have your day. It doesn't matter what the weather is. So if the weather is terrible, sucks to be you. But this allows the boats that have all masts to come through the channel. You pay to open all of the drawbridges. And as you can see, it's quite a celebration. Each of these boats have a number of people on board. And quite something to be able to do, but look at that mast. Could you imagine having to take that sucker down? Wow. And we've got the speakeasy and the something too. Intention too. Cute play on words. We have another one moving along very quickly. I don't know if there's a speed limit for these boats on Flotilla Day. I know there is normally. It's only 5 miles. Wow, look at all these guys. This one's a pretty one, this dark one. I wonder if it's cold out on the water. They're really dressed for it, and it's a little chilly where I'm standing, so I suspect out on the open water it's much colder. And it's possible they're coming from downstate, so it might even be colder still. But that sure looks like fun. And we've got the finale here. That's cute. That's got quite a bit of distance into the water, and they're waving back at me here. And we've got another little one here. And these guys are all waving along. And we've got a cute little speedboat here. It looks like he might be actually with the city, kind of keeping an eye on things. So. This is called the Nirvana. That's awesome. We've got the Linnea. This is actually a light group today. Yeah, this is Water Reclamation District. So I don't know if they're keeping an eye on this or if they're just running behind. So then they'll close the bridge, all the boats will wait, they'll open the next bridge, and then they'll go through the locks, and they're back out on the lake. And they'll repeat everything back in the fall. Oh, and here we go, the bridge is closing. Woo! And there's a boat going right under it while it's closing. Let's hope it stops. It totally looks like it's going to smush the boat. These boats go under these bridges every day. This Mandela boat is enormous. It doesn't seem like it is until you get up right next to it. So I shoot about 300 people. And the bridge is down.